having a solid investment strategy is key if you want your money to work for you, and don't we all? Joining us today is Andy Gargant, the SVP and Head of Wealth Management at Amerant Bank. He's going to share some expert tips on navigating the stock market. Andy, what strategies do you recommend to help fight against inflation during this time?
Well, thank you for having me, Fiona. I think the most important thing is to understand what inflation is. A lot of people think inflation, everything is getting more expensive. Yes. It also means that every dollar you have could purchase, conversely, a little bit less. A little bit of inflation is good, healthy for the economy, but what we're seeing now is kind of elevated levels of inflation that's putting a lot of stress on families. So the most important part to understanding how to mitigate the effects of inflation, understand how much your money is earning, whether it's in the bank, in your investment account, and make sure that you're at least keeping up with inflation.
Yeah.
And obviously sometimes looking to exceed the pace of inflation.
Right, and speaking of, investing, what recommendations do you have for people just starting out?
A couple things. One of the most important things is do your research. You go on social media, you see a video, you want to start investing right away. Take your time, research, be curious, ask a lot of questions. And the other thing I would say is to have the appropriate time frames for your investments.
So it's kind of better to think long term. And what other metrics would you tell people it's important to understand for investing?
The magic of compounding interest. So I use this example a lot with especially young investors or even students. If you take a penny every day and you double it for 30 days, guess how much you would have after 30 days?
Ooh, put me on the spot. I'd say, I don't even know. I feel like it's a lot more than what I would expect.
Just take a guess.
$50?
Okay, so you're a couple $1 million short of that,
What?
so it's over $3 million. So it's funny, and that's just the magic of compounding investing. But over time, interest upon interest, the multiplying effect of that is very powerful, and you start seeing your funds grow and grow and grow. Obviously, doubling a penny every day is not realistic mathematically, but over a long period of time, it's indicative of the types of, or the potential for returns that you could see in an investment.
What's your outlook on the stock market over the next 6 to 12 months?
Right. The question
Big question.
we get asked a lot. As we start the year, we're seeing higher than normal elevated levels of inflation. That's going to put strain on the potential return in the stock market. However, we are seeing a fairly robust economy. Corporations are doing very well. Our earnings are coming in pretty solid. So all in all, we think the market is going to do okay, but probably not as good as it has been in the last couple of years.
Well, Andy, thank you for being here and sharing all of this expert financial advice. If you would like to learn more, just visit amerantbank.com.